Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean.
I'm Joe.
We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us as we chase the perfect parlay. This week we have UFC 320. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into it.
Tons of news this week. We have the White House event. We have Conor McGregor asking for $100 million. Just insane.
Just imagine he actually makes that money.
You know why it's so crazy? It's because Jon Jones and Aspinall is still might be in the works. You know, I think Henry Cejudo is the one that said that they should do that and let that happen for the UFC. Yeah, the UFC White House. That's right. But they should let that happen. But two things. Jon Jones won't be co-main. Conor McGregor doesn't want to be co-main. They both want to be main. If Conor McGregor's making $100 million, then that means Jon Jones has to be making $100 million. You know, it's always going to be that money struggle and that power struggle and that card struggle. So, I mean, I don't even know why that fake news is getting out there of Jon Jones. Because if Conor gets that, there's no way they're going to pay Jon Jones that too. There's no way if they do, Jon Jones is going to want to be co-main. And if he's main, there's no way the reverse. Conor McGregor will not be co-main.
I mean, they're just not going to do that.
There's no way.
When has Dana White given someone that much money to fight?
I mean, we'll see. He's Mr. Deep Pockets now.
Yeah, I mean, for the event, I don't think he pays people like that.
For the bit?
For the bit? Oh, I mean, maybe. I just really don't see him being like, oh, yeah, $100 million. I'm just going to give that to both of them. We're Oprah right now. We're just going to give out all these hundreds of millions of dollars to everyone on the card at this point.
Yeah, then it's just annoying that they're like, oh, UFC White House, and they're saying all this money. Now all of a sudden, what's his name? Jorge Masvidal wants to come out of the woodwork and get signed up on this card. We have Ronda Rousey back in training. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, only if they each get $100 million, though.
Oh, that makes sense. This is going to be a $1.4 billion card.
I mean, at least.
At least. It just makes sense.
I feel like if you really wanted to be like that and you're Dana White, be like, yeah, sure. If you win.
Like $100 million if he wins?
Yeah, if he finishes it and wins, I'd be like, I'll give you $100 million if you finish it.
I mean, I was watching Jon Jones earlier, and I was watching the Gustafsson 1 fight, and it didn't matter who won that fight. That fight was so good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you really need $100 million if you win, because sometimes just putting your heart out there. Like, they don't make fights like that anymore.
Well, it gets to a point, I think, as well, that you make so much money that you feel like almost numb to the competition, essentially. Like, for example, some of these fighters that are making $100 million, doing some boxing matches, they're not going to try to put the person out. I feel like it just doesn't seem like that nowadays. It's always like, oh yeah, it's going to be a decision. So like, I don't know. I think I understand where he's coming from, where he's like, I need to make $100 million because of his brand. But at the same time, like you're still going to make out on this. So I don't know why you'd be asking for so much money, especially if you are that guy that you say you are. You're like, I'm still Mystic Mac. You're still Mystic Mac. Show us. And then the money will follow no matter what. Through all your other ventures, people are going to be like, oh, you're still Mystic Mac. I'm still going to be getting ABC, go get forged, all this stuff that you have built through fighting.
No, 100%. It's funny that you say boxing, though, in the same breath as MMA, because Jake Paul and Usyk got into it on the Twitter. And Twitter, Usyk said once he retires, he'll beat Jake Paul in an MMA fight.
I could see that.
What is going on here? What world do we live in where we're now doing these weird crossovers? And then we have Rafael Fiziev. Rafael. He hurt his knee, and we learned more that it's the same knee that was giving him problems, and that's why he had to pull out of that Oliveira fight. And then we were about to get an Oliveira fight that we actually wanted to see, but who did we get instead?
Mateusz Gamrot.
I like how you said that very sleepy, because I'm going to sleep right through this fight.
Oh, it's just such a boring fight. I mean, it's like I can say with most certainty that's going to go to the decision. It's probably going to be Mateusz. And we're going to forget about this fight like literally 30 minutes after we watch the fight. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be exciting. It sucks because the Fiziev fight versus Oliveira, that's a showstopper. That's going to be fireworks for 5 rounds. Hopefully. It might be ending sooner than that. But then there's so many questions on it, and it's so interesting. You know, or you're like, is Fiziev ready to take that next step and be in the top 5 competition? Because he is kind of knocking on that door. Is Oliveira's chin still holding up after the Topuria knockout, especially because that was very recent that he got knocked out by Topuria. So there were so many storylines within it. Now it's like, oh, we got Mateusz Gamrot. He's like a decision fighter versus Oliveira, who's a pretty good grappler. But he's going to, you know, if it does go to the ground, he's going to allow him to go, you know, be on top position and try to work from there. He might get it finished from there, but most likely not, because Mateusz is really good on the ground and he's very slick on the ground as well. It's just going to become a grappling competition. At that point, I'll just go to an ADCC event and go watch some people grapple.
Yeah, actually, I think you're looking at this all wrong. You're looking at this like, you know, glass half empty. I think you need to be looking at the glass half full. So all these people are going to this big event, right? Just like we would go to a concert. Let's say that you went to a UFC card that was just banger, fireworks, right? And you're like, oh man, I'm staying to the end. You watch the final decision on the final fight of the final card, and then you leave. Now what happens? You're stuck in traffic forever. Oh God, this sucks. Was it even worth coming out? We should have left 15 minutes earlier. I knew that guy won. This way, you could just completely skip the Oliveira fight altogether. You could be out of there with no traffic.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Like 25 minutes, you're at home.
Yeah, you could miss 25 minutes of 2 dudes tickling each other on the ground. Honestly, what's going to happen is Oliveira is going to get taken down eventually early. He's going to be on the bottom, and if he doesn't submit him, God, we're in for such a boring fight.
Yeah, but not even just that. Mateusz likes to be on the cage the whole time too. If he's not trying to get to, or not immediately having them on the ground, he's just taking them to the cage and then not even trying to get a takedown, just wearing them. And it's not a fun fight. He doesn't mix it up. It's not like he has this stand up that you're like, oh gosh, is he gonna put him out? And then he goes into a transition of putting him on the cage and then transitions that into taking him down and, you know, really showing the MMA of it all. It's always, oh, I'm just going to do what I do, which is just wrestle. And It's like, I just don't want to see that, especially when we're comparing expectations. When you're comparing with, you know, you got Fiziev, that's going to be just a striking match. And it's just going to be an absolute barn burner, high pace. Someone's probably going to get put out. There's so much on the line on that. And then you watch this one where, I mean, if Mateusz Gamrot wins, which most likely he will, where does that leave him? That doesn't give us any indication. Like, is he going to fight Gaethje after that? Like, is he going to fight like a top 5 person? Is he next in line to go up against Topuria? Like, that sounds awful. I mean, I'll be excited to see Topuria knock him out, but like, just because that's just what he's going to do. You know, do we really think that Mateusz Gamrot's stand-up style is as good as Charles Oliveira? So, I mean, he would get pieced up on the feet, and then his ground game's not as good as Topuria, in my opinion. I think Topuria has really excellent ground game. Well, not to fully glaze him or anything, but...
Well, if Topuria doesn't want to go to the ground with Gamrot, he won't go to the ground with Gamrot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like his takedown defense is really good, and he won't allow him to get the pressure that Gamrot needs in order to get his game going. He's going to go and force Gamrot to go backwards versus him going forwards, which is what he wants to do.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that so many people were for Gamrot. When Charles was like, yeah, you know, I don't know what the speculation is. And it seemed like people were clipping it where he was like, yeah, I'm not fighting Gamrot, blah, blah, blah. Dude, everyone was on Gamrot's nuts, just like so excited for Gamrot. Why? Literally, Lopez would have been a way more entertaining fight going up a weight class and doing that. Oliveira wins. Cool. It was a short notice fight. You know what I mean? If not, that's crazy. He just got off a fight a few weeks before. I just think it's insane that we're like, oh, I know. We'll do a wrestler against Oliveira, a boring decision fighter that's very boring.
It's almost disrespectful to Oliveira because he has to carry this fight now.
What do you mean?
He has to be the one that brings the excitement to this fight because we know that Gamrot's not the one doing it.
No, Gamrot has hella hype behind him for some reason. It's ridiculous. And on Twitter, everyone's on him. Fan pages from everywhere.
Stop.
Crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, the wrestling cult is just a cult, dude. They're all drinking the Kool-Aid with these little plastic cups with Gamrot's face on it, dude. Like they went to fucking Disneyland for Gamrot. It's weird as all get out. No idea why it's like that, but everyone's just sloppy topping on him, dude. It's super weird. Like Gamrot's such a boring guy. Like, why are we doing this with these boring fighters?
I honestly don't know. It's crazy. I mean, when's the last time I saw him fight? I think it was the Jalen Turner fight. I think I might have seen him sooner than that. I couldn't tell you because I'm not remembering any of his fights. He's not a memorable fighter, unfortunately. I do have to give him his props, though. Taking it short notice, especially a dangerous fighter like Oliveira, that's pretty sweet. But you definitely do have the style advantage in terms of just making it as boring of a fight as possible, where we all fall asleep. And then when they say that you won by decision, we're like, okay, I believe that. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, but if you win by decision and you're just laying on people, I just want everyone to know you didn't whoop that guy's ass. You laid on him. I just want everyone to know. So when these wrestlers go, I beat the shit out of that guy, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And then they lay on you and they don't get submissions. They don't do anything except for hold half guard or they hold that weird quarter guard against the fence. Whatever you're doing, if you're not advancing the position, if you're not going for a submission or just a finish in general, why are you in the cage? Why are you doing this? It's a very hard job to do. Tons of other jobs to do. Why are you doing that? It's crazy.
And also, like, people remember the good fights. And you can only have a good fight if you bring the fight. Like, we know Charles Oliveira is going to bring the fight. And he's going to try to make it fun, interesting. The least you can do, especially being in the ring with someone that's so beloved as Charles Oliveira, is bring the fight as well and making it interesting.
Yeah, why not shoot for that bonus?
Yeah.
Why not shoot for the fans, the excitement? Because he already has the really solid fans. Why not show them your hands? Why not show them just like,
show us, show the non-believers.
Yeah, show up, dude. Yeah. Like, there's so many people that I've talked shit about that I watch them like, damn, they're actually pretty good. Actually, this past weekend, what's that girl's name? Montague?
Yeah.
Montague, man. That was a pretty good performance by her. She looked the best that she's ever looked. Hands down. I mean, her striking, kind of little power puff, little shots. But, I mean, when she was doing her grappling, she was moving the whole time. She was going for that choke. She wanted that, that 7th choke in a row. And she was trying the entire time for it. She almost got at the very end. But she was trying. She was trying to end the fight. That's what we want to see. We want to see someone trying to end the fight.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Why are you just laying on them? Do they smell nice? Like, what are you doing?
Maybe they smell like lavender.
Maybe. I mean, Oliveira looks like a guy who would smell nice.
Yeah.
Pause.
I think it's weirder that we both agreed.
So we finished the card on Saturday. And then right after that card, what happens? Twitter just breaks because Wanderlei Silva got knocked the fuck out in the middle of the ring. Did you see his face? He got knocked out. His whole face is just swollen like this.
Dude, it was pretty rough to see.
Dude, he got fucked up by that guy.
Dude, that guy's mystique, I don't even know who the fuck it is exponentially grown right now.
Yeah.
He's an urban legend at this point. Like, the killer over here.
Dude, beautiful. And on top of that, on Twitter, they actually showed it from like 7 different angles. They got all these different shots, and someone put all the shots together in one thing. It was so funny. He just got knocked out. But why are you in there headbutting? What an on-brand thing for Wanderlei Silva to do.
Yeah.
To go ahead and headbutt. Have you seen that video where he's sparring in a regular gym, and this guy throws a kick and he just gets butthurt all of a sudden, and he just goes and he chases him down through people that are sparring to get to him, to beat the shit out of him against a cage. It's like, dude, we've all been there when we're sparring and we just get hit with something heavy when we're light sparring. Sometimes it just happens and you just gotta be like, dude, control your power, whatever the case may be. Maybe that guy's an idiot and won't ever control his power. That round, when you're sparring that guy, you're just working on defense then. You don't have to go and kill the guy in the middle. Yeah. I mean, that is his nickname though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, the craziest angle has to be the one where like his back is
towards the camera.
Because it literally looks like it's not real. Like it looks like it was staged and it was like in the movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Because his head snaps so aggressive. I'm just like, what? That didn't actually happen.
It literally looks like that knockout that was in Creed. When they're filming behind the scenes and Michael B. Jordan gets hit and he gets knocked out. That's literally the shot.
Oh my God. That was such a sweet
just
shot,
a corner man or a cut man or something, just knocking Wanderlei Silva out. Like, what are we doing? What a fucking joke.
Also, dude, you're old. Why are you in a boxing match like that?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you doing this?
Also, why are you in like, I feel like it was like the sketchiest boxing. It was as close to being underground boxing without it being underground boxing.
Yeah, were there even lights in that place? Like,
seriously, everyone's wearing like the fucking Adidas jumpsuit jackets and stuff like that.
And then we also, we have some fights coming up. Pretty good fights. We have Royval versus Manel.
I'm here for that fight.
I'm just saying. That's a really good fight. Who do you think takes that right off the rip?
I mean, I want to say Manel, but Royval, he definitely needs this fight.
You know what?
Especially with how thin this division is.
Yeah, the division's so thin. But we need to stop seeing all these strikers try to get in boxing matches. They are all trying to be boxers now.
Mm-hmm.
They're forgetting all about their kicks and their teeps, all these different things that made them who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs to get back to MMA. You know, like the Dillashaw fake. Where he goes for the knee and then comes with the uppercut and then goes for the leg. Like, we need to see people mixing it up more instead of just seeing boxers versus wrestlers. What are we doing here?
I feel like that's so weird how the flyweight division is. It's either every single person that they're fighting, or it's just a out of the woodwork person. Like, who the fuck is Jose Johnson?
Yeah.
No, respectfully, obviously. Yeah. But it's like, I've never heard that name before. Either one of those names put together to make up a human being in my entire life. And it's just like, sometimes it's like that. And then other times it's like that person's fighting Pantoja. And you're like, why are you in here?
Mm-hmm.
That division needs so many
they need to have
new, fresh faces.
Yeah, they have to have a tough season. Like 2 tough seasons in a row that are all flyweights and heavyweights.
I mean, they did have flyweights this season, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, but put everyone in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fill it up.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then we have Lucindo versus Robertson.
Okay.
That's a great fight. Gillian Robinson is just a beast right now.
It's just so weird because I always think that she's like 37 because we saw her on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
And she's only like 30 or something like that. Like, she's just
so young.
She's just getting into her prime and everything.
Yeah.
So like every single time she like lost previously, I was like, oh man, like that must be like that time where like, she gets over the hump. I'm like, oh, she's just trying to figure things out still.
Yeah. And then this past weekend, we had some things that we got wrong. You win some and you lose some. Dominic Reyes, I mean, he just got starched by Carlos Ulberg. Just insanely starched, but that was pinpoint accuracy. That was just next level. That was amazing.
Yeah, it sucks because I think he did the right move, but Ulberg he's just that good. Like he did like this long guard across his face to try to prevent it. and almost any other shot he would have prevented except for that one. And it was just perfectly placed right on the chin, stunned him, throws the overhand right after that, just puts him to sleep. And it just is what it is. Ulberg is that guy.
The second shot reminded me of, in Justice League when Superman is choking Batman and he's looking at the Flash as the Flash is going by. That's literally what that second shot was. He hit him with that up jab. He was off to the left. And then he just you see his head, like the overhead camera is here. And you see his head just pinpoint. Bink. Oof. Man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. He's a problem. And I said it too. You said it. Anyone can knock anyone out. We definitely, it's not like we were like, oh, Dominic Reyes is going to win 100%. No, it was a hard decision. We picked Dominic Reyes. We lost. But Carlos Ulberg winning, I mean, we had little mini parlays with Carlos in it because we thought that was happening.
You said that he's one of your favorite fighters.
He is one of my favorite fighters.
Either way, I'm not upset with that fight whatsoever. Yeah. The one I am upset with, Jake Matthews versus Neil fucking Magny.
But Jake Matthews won that fight.
He did win that fight. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to die on that hill. He won that fight. That ref should get fired because that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I believe they're trying to get it overturned though.
I mean, hopefully.
If they do, one of my parlays hit.
Yeah, my parlay hit, but that's just absolute bullshit. Like, what are you doing, ref?
He's out, and then pulls him apart, and then the bell goes off, and then he's like, I wasn't out. He's like, oh, just kidding, he wasn't out. Fight continues. Yeah. Like, what? That's not how it works.
It's like, yeah, I believe Neil Magny.
Stand on that shit.
Yeah.
Either way, so it's like, it's not the fact that we wanted Jake Matthews to win. It's the fact that in those moments, it does create a disruption in what like the natural cause or the natural reaction or the natural progression of the fight. So because that, either one of them could have had an adrenaline dump, and now it's a different type of fight than it should have been in the first place due to an outside third party person. That it does, if it happened in the fight and you got the adrenaline dump, that's one thing. But to have another person cause an adrenaline dump, if that is the case, where he got weaker or fatigued or whatever from that, I mean, that's just bullshit. You know what I mean? You can't just sit here and ruin people's careers by doing that. That's almost as disrespectful as when Yoel Romero, he lost.
That's literally the first thing I thought of when that shit happened.
Was what?
Was the Yoel Romero versus Tim Kennedy fight.
Yeah.
The Stoolgate.
Yeah, Stoolgate. He didn't get off the stool. That's it. You're done.
He got helped on the stool. You're not allowed to get helped to the stool as well.
Except for that one time with, who is that fighter at UFC 300 that fought?
Oh, Yao Shannon.
Yeah, when she literally got put to sleep. And then they were like, all right. And then they had to help her back to the chair. God.
Oh my gosh.
That was amazing.
She got absolutely ragdolled though. So to be fair.
Then she got 4 rounds of getting her fucking face pummeled in after that. But I mean,
I don't know how Neil Magny though gets away with this shit. He always looks like he's getting absolutely fucking spanked. Yeah. He looks like a little boy that's getting spanked by a grown ass man for 2.5 rounds. And then all of a sudden he's like, I do know how to fight. And then he goes and just fucking wins the fight. This is like the 4th or 5th fight in a row where he's done that.
Yeah.
You can't keep getting away with this shit.
The other thing is, did everyone just take the same grappling course before this fight? Everyone did the same thing.
The same chain.
The same chain the whole time with that front headlock snap. I was like, are we just doing the same shit There was 3 different fights that all use the same chain.
I mean, that's like one of the most popular chains too.
But just out of nowhere, like you see it every now and then, but 3 times I was like, what the
They all train together. That's why.
There was only 12 fights on this card. That is 1/4 of the card. These people are doing the same chain, and there's a lot of strikers on this card. What are we doing here?
I mean, the most disrespectful submission though that we saw had to be Jimmy Crute. Your boy Gumby himself.
Dude, that was disrespectful.
That was so disrespectful. It looked like he was trying to behead him, like he was like just gonna rip his head off real quick.
That was some Tim Elliott shit right there.
Oh, 100%. The most unorthodox.
God, that WWE choke.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like a WWE character from like 2005. So,
Yeah,
to be fair.
All right, and then let's get into these fights. What do you have for your first fight? Because your shit's always out of whack.
Okay, I get mine from Tapology, first of all. Okay.
What do you mean when you say you get it from Tap? You click on UFC 320.
Yeah, and I start from the bottom and I work my way up.
Why don't you just do this thing where you go to Google, you press in UFC, hit enter, and then it just goes in order of the card and fights.
The only reason why is because, I mean, I'm already going to be at Tapology looking up who the coaches are, things like that, trying to figure that stuff out. So it only makes sense for me to just get it from there. That's
All
why.
right. So first fight, who is it and who's their coach?
It's going to be Veronica Hardy versus Brogan Walker.
Okay, give me a sec. Okay. Yep. I have it right here. I'm ready.
All right. Well, I have Veronica Hardy. I have her money line or doing the over. One thing that she does have a abundance of is a gas tank. She's really good at just keeping her pace going for 3 rounds. Brogan, we've seen in the past where she is very strong. She's a very strong female fighter. But as the rounds go on, she kind of gets gassed. So like halfway through the second round, you'll see her just kind of, her gas tank's running a little on empty. So that's where I think that Veronica is going to win the fight ultimately. I mean, obviously anything could happen, but I definitely see it going over as well.
True. So the last time I bet against Hardy, I lost money. So starting off, I was already going to bet on Hardy because I'm not losing any more money based on that. That is, you just don't bet against this one. She just goes in there and handles business. She's 29, 8-year difference. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Brogan got retired from this. And I'm a big Brogan fan. We watched her on The Ultimate Fighter long time ago.
I thought that she was going to win the whole thing. And then Juliana Killer Miller, just with her super weird style of fighting, just came out and beat her.
But you know who beat her?
Veronica Hardy. And if we're doing MMA math like I think we are. I think Veronica's going to take this. On top of that, Veronica's only lost to one person in the past 2 years. And that person was 12-1. Her name is Eduarda Mara. Oh,
and
yeah.
She is a beast. And she lost to her. But besides that, she hasn't really lost. So I think just an easy money line Veronica on this one. If you take the over, I mean, I would take the over if you're not sure who it's going to be. It's going to be a long fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a long fight, though.
Yeah, agreed.
Who is your next fighter?
I have Ramiz Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderlyn.
Okay.
I have Ramiz money line. This guy is a fucking dog. I've seen him fight 3 times. Each time he puts a fucking unbelievable pace. For however long he's going to fight, it's usually going to a finish. And he's just an absolute dog. He's going to bring the war. Vanderlyn is a really good fighter as well. He does have really sharp stand-up as well. But I think that Ramiz, he loves making it dirty. And he's going to just impose his will.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I have Ramiz on this as well.
I say it so much better than I do.
Thanks, man. I was practicing all day. I don't want to get roasted in the comments. So Ramiz has better wrestling. The thing that makes me nervous is Austin has thunder in his right hand. So, I mean, his leg kicks very hard. His punches very hard. Could he, wobble him and could we see something weird happen? Yeah. But I think that the wrestling is just going to be the deciding factor. I think he's just going to get it done. We could see a decision. I don't know if it's going to go. I think we see it go the distance, right? You think it's going the distance?
I don't think it's going to go the distance. I think Ramiz is going to, he can submit him. He can knock him. I definitely believe that. He is dangerous.
Yep. I think he's dangerous as well. But if Austin's able to nullify the wrestling,
I mean, yeah.
He could knock him. So would you say the under or you say Ramiz?
I would say it just doesn't go to decision and then Ramiz. Like primary, I think Ramiz. And then if you're unsure, I really don't think this is going decision.
I think Ramiz
Yeah.
money line.
Agreed.
I think.
All right. I have Punahele Soriano. We're going to go with that. Versus Nikolay, Varitinov?
Mm-hmm.
Varitinov? I have Soriano money line. He just is an exceptionally sharp fighter. I love watching him fight. He throws everything he's got into every single shot he throws. And Varitinov, he has been knocked before.
By
I forgot who.
Austin Vanderford.
Vanderland.
Austin Vanderford, the guy that we just had, that we're just talking about.
I've been saying Vanderland this whole time.
I might have been saying it too.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's not our pick, so we don't have to say his name right.
Yep. If we have to apologize next week.
I'm sure the comments will let us know if we said something wrong or if we misspoke or anything like that.
Yep. They can come up here and do it. What's it called? Yeah. I mean, he can definitely get chinned. I just don't know. I think that Soriano does have that power as well.
I mean, yeah, he knocked out Uros in 30 seconds. So I think that is just testament in itself. Watching that, I was like, yeah, I mean, this is our guy. This is the guy who's we're not gonna see him fall for a minute. But Nikolay as well, he's how do I put this? He's like very tense in his stand up, and he's very bland. Like, he throws basic combos. He has basic strategy in fighting. I think that if you just have really good basics, then you'll be fine. And I think that Soriano just has the basics. He's going to be able to lay hands on him, and with bad intentions. We could see a KO TKO. I would not be surprised. So I would put on Soriano or KO TKO.
You also have to, again, look at coaching. I don't know who Nikolay has as his coach, but I know that Soriano has Eric Nixick. Or is that how you say his last name?
Yeah, from
Extreme Couture. Yeah.
Right up the street.
Yeah. So, I trust him with his coaching. Exceptional coach. So even if you think it's close, I think you have to give the edge of coaching to Extreme Couture.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So because of that, I think either way, you should go with Soriano. Even if you don't think that he's going to get the finish, if it's going to go to decision, I think that Nixick is going to be someone to make good adjustments round by round to get it done.
Yeah, he's such a good eye. When he gets to that corner and he gets his fighter in the corner, I mean, he's such a good job saying, this is what they're missing, this is what they're lacking, this is what hitting you with, this is how you fix it, this is how you fix it, this is how you fix it. And then sometimes people don't listen, so that you hear the same advice multiple rounds. But I mean, when he has a really good fighter connection, you see it in the octagon.
That's funny you said that. I was literally going to say, I think the worst thing to see is when you see someone giving really good advice and you're like, oh my gosh, that's great attention to detail. You know, they're definitely going to pick that up. And then that fighter just does not listen to it or is not looking for it in that next round. I think that sucks so much. He's like, hey, when he throws that jab, he's bringing it to the pocket. That's when that's when your opening starts. And then you see it the next round and you're like, oh my gosh, he's so right. Dead giveaway. And then he just never taking the opportunity. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, listen to the coach.
Yeah, like, remember we're watching Ultimate Fighter and Chuck Liddell was the coach. Chuck Liddell's like, man, this is what you're going to do. Just like that. He's like, throw the upgrade. Just like that. You're good. Goes out there, throws it, knocks the dude out.
Just starched him.
Like, what the fuck? And then the corner advice that I like is whenever you hear Conor in the corner, it's so funny every time. You're beating him in the clinch every time. every time. It's the same exact thing.
They just never were in the clinch in the entire round.
Yeah. But every time you beat him in the clinch. It's like, he hasn't even been in the clinch yet.
Yeah. Bro, we were on the ground for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah. It's just so funny. Whenever they have the camera on him, that's like, all I hear is him say, you beat him in the clinch every time. It's like, all right, who's the next person? Who's next? Who do you have?
Ooh, I got your boy, Patchy Mix versus Jacob Wicklax.
Sure.
I mean, I have Patchy winning money liner over because I just feel like there's this weird thing where these fighters that are coming in from different organizations, their first fight, they look like absolute dog shit. They get absolutely pole smoked by the competition, especially because they're just not used to that competition right off the bat because the other organizations just don't have that level with them. And then the second fight, they go and they really level up their game, especially having Jackson Wink in your corner. I think that's definitely gonna, like, ultimately, he's gonna look pretty good this fight.
So funny you say that. That's like exactly what I was thinking. I have Patchy Mix as well. Exact same thing. One thing that I thought was funny is I think Patchy Mix isn't that great of a fighter. I think that he's kind of putting himself, I think he's like overextending himself coming to the UFC. And we saw that in the other fight. He has a lot to learn, but it's funny because I think that when this guy comes in, because he hasn't fought in UFC yet, and Patchy has, his experience is going to show. We're going to see a really good Patchy Mix, and I think he's going to dust this guy. But I think it's going to be a really great fight because both of them are about equal skill level, you know? So it's just so funny. I can't wait to see this fight. I'm never excited for a Patchy Mix fight. Roast me in the comments. But this fight I'm actually really excited for. I think it's going to be a barn burner. I think it's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah.
Because they're actually like a really good matchup.
Yeah.
And styles make fights.
100%.
Yeah, that's why we don't want 2 wrestlers.
Yeah. That's why we don't want Mateusz Gamrot. Yeah, I completely agree. I think that his ground game, he's going to get his ground game going this time.
And you know what? I'm calling it submission.
That's your lock?
No, it's not my lock.
Oh,
But,
I was like, dude.
But I really think he could submit this guy. This guy's ground game. I mean, his butterfly guard is, mid at best. And he just didn't look good. The fights that I watched, the person on top kind of just let him get up. Nothing crazy. Patchy's not going to let you get up. If Patchy wants to submit you and he gets that position, he's going to submit you. He's not going to let you get back to your feet just so you could throw hands again. So, I just think this guy is mediocre. I think Patchy in general is mediocre, but I think it's going to be a good fight because he's a little bit more mediocre, or a little bit less mediocre.
I was going to say he's a little bit better mediocre than the other guy.
Yeah, he's a little bit less mediocre, you know?
He's like higher ochre.
Yeah, he's a little bit higher ochre.
I gotcha.
Yeah, he's a little bit more meaty ochre.
Yeah, he's like a more refined ochre.
Yeah. Ochre keg.
The next one I have is Macy Chiasson versus Yana Santos. Who do you got?
Let's see if Macy shows up. I feel like she is cursed. Whenever I'm like, I love watching her fight. She's one of my favorite female fighters. But it's like she's always injured. She's always canceling fights. Other people are getting injured. Other people are getting sick. Her fights always fall through. I feel bad for her, but she's so fucking good. Like, she's so good at everything except when she's on the ground. As soon as she gets on the ground, it's like
Foreign.
Yeah, it's like she's only taken one class in her entire life of BJJ, and it's just insane to me. I think that if she keeps it on her feet, which that's always her game plan, is to keep it on her feet. She's the longer fighter, levels above Yana in the striking department. Yana's going to be trying to take us to the ground the entire time. Macy needs to stay away from the fence. She always puts her back to the fence when she's against these grapplers, and that puts her in dangerous positions. She needs to really circle out and bring her to the center of the octagon the entire time. Make sure that she's able to keep her at bay, control the fight, and not get on the ground. As soon as she gets on the ground, just rip up your parlay right then and there because she's not getting up that round. It just bothers the shit out of me. But if she can keep it standing, she's going to do very, very well.
So I also have Chiasson moneyline or alternately the over. I love her striking.
It's so fun to watch.
She does stuff that a lot of people that are even good strikers don't do, which is using every possible limb, every chance she can get. She's either active with her elbows, she's active with her knees, she's active with her kicks. You know, she's really good at using.
She's beating him in the clinch every time.
Yeah, I mean, like
she is though.
Yeah, like you watch her against Bueno Silva. I mean, that doctor stoppage, that was a nasty cut from an elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she uses different styles of elbows. She uses different styles of knees, different styles of kicks, different styles of punches. She is really good at just dynamics of striking. Just really, you don't even know what she's going to throw next. And I really appreciate that. And I feel like some people, you say that, but it's more for that flashiness. You're like, I don't know what Yair is going to throw, right? Because he's going to throw like a weird 540 fucking like backflip kick from Tekken or some shit like that, which is dope. Don't get me wrong.
He's just Eddie Gordo.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just does some crazy shit like that. But it's usually like flashier versus the loop around.
That was weird.
But my hand was too comfortable on the left-hand side.
Yeah, just super open hand. You're just like, nope. Well, this one's comfy.
I'm sorry. It was a little lazy moment.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Just unnecessarily too much work. Her dynamic of being, I don't know what she's going to throw next, is not as flashy and not as, casually cool or whatever as like a Yair, but it's, I would dare say, more effective.
I think that if you're going to show a female fight, showing a Macy fight is actually a great entry level because she's so active.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, she's always trying to find her entrance as well. And it's never the same. She's really good at, finding her angles, finding the reads of how they react to what she does as well, and then trying to counter off of that. I just think that she is a little bit more polished than Santos from what I saw. So I definitely, and also I'm a fan. I'm a little bit biased. I want to see her move up, especially in a thin division like the bantamweight. And, maybe she can try to get that title shot. Daniel Santos versus Ju Song Yu.
This is going to be one where we differ.
Really?
Guaranteed we're differing on this one.
Who do you think I have?
I think that you think that you're only as good as your last fight. And I think that you have, I'm not even going to say his name, Song Yu.
Yeah, I do. I have him moneyline or KO.
Have you watched any of his other fights?
Briefly.
I watched a few of his fights. I think that he didn't get lucky with that strike. That was a perfectly placed check hook that he had. It was just perfect. I loved it. But Daniel Santos is a dog. He gets wobbled. Cool, we're going to the ground now until I feel better, and then we're gonna get back up. I'm gonna chop that leg. I'm gonna sit here and just brawl with you. He hits hard. I just think that he's gonna outdog
you.
Juicing you?
Juicing you?
Juicing you?
Yeah, juicing you.
Juicing you. So juicing you?
Yeah, juicing you.
I think he's gonna outdog juicing you. I think that during the exchanges, he's really gonna wear on him. And I think that he's going to sit here, not really know where he is going into like halfway through the second round. A lot of the takedowns that I saw, he was decent. He's got good ground game, but not UFC caliber ground game. Once again, he just got to stand up whenever he wanted, take down whenever he wanted. He was just in such a big difference, skill difference.
Yeah, like just such a low.
He's a big fish in a small pond. Yeah. I mean, that was a great fight that he had where he gave him a check hook and knocked him out. That's awesome. Congrats. That was really cool. Great clip. Now he's going to have to prove it again against someone who doesn't really get knocked. He gets dazed, But then when he gets dazed, he does the Oliveira and he grapples with you. And then once he feels better, he's going to stand back up. He's going to strike with you. And if you daze him again, he's going to grapple with you. And I think that that's going to really wear on him. This other guy, Daniel, I think it's going to be too much. I think that his output, his pace, his pressure, I think that we're just going to see an upset for sure. I'm not sure what the stats are, the money line, but I have Daniel Santos.
I definitely agree that it does have a chance to go to the distance. But I mean, I think it's a toss-up fight regardless. And I mean, Daniel Santos does fight out shoot boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, again, if it's close, you should go with the coaching edge. And I think that it is the coaching edge. So, I mean, we can give it to Santos.
Honestly, I've just been really not impressed with everyone's takedown defense as strikers lately. And so I went from like super loving these strikers that we've had to like, why are they doing a takedown from across the whole octagon and you're not able to sprawl? You're not able to get underhooks. You're not able to do anything. You can't defend anything. What are we doing here? So I am giving the edge to whoever has, if they're equal in striking, which I think that Cejudo is a little bit higher, but not much, just a little bit higher. And then I think that his ground game's not nearly where Daniel's is. So I think Daniel, in that case, goes up a lot more. I think that when your ground game is that high and you implement it, like how he implements it, not just having it, but you actually use it, he uses it, you know what I mean? I think he takes this. I think he takes this, but I think it's going to be a decision. I think it's going to go really long, 15 minutes.
I just think that one of the big issues that we're seeing with these strikers is the fact that they're all kind of trying to counterfight. And counterfighting is just so difficult nowadays for strikers versus grapplers.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the cage work is usually going to be dominated by a wrestler. They're just way more comfortable with doing that, and it's easier for them to get a takedown on the cage. So you're essentially, if you're counterfighting and being on the back foot and just bringing them towards the cage, you're just bringing them into the world that they want to be in versus trying to get respect and then putting them on their back foot. Try to hurt them. So then they're like, oh shit, I don't want to feel that. So I kind of want to get away from that, that right hand or whatnot. I think that's the big issue that we're seeing with that. And I feel like so many of them miss all the steps to defending a takedown where they are left with pretty much just a sprawl, which is the last line of defense. They're not trying to scoop really low, try to get it underhook, get it into more of a clinch situation. It's just, let me try to sprawl, which is like, yeah, that will sort of work, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're out of the woods versus actually getting a system in place to really try to get yourself out of that situation, getting that underhook, trying to get a whizzer, all that stuff that, ultimately will help you with your defense.
So the next fight.
Let's see. I have Farid Basharat versus Chris Gutierrez.
Hold on. Oh my God, I have so many notes on this.
You have so many notes on this one?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? I literally have one note on this.
Why do you look so fucking intense like you just snorted coke? Did I just look away and you just snorted a line? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's some booger sugar. No, I mean, I'm just very surprised that you have so many notes on this fight because I have one note. I can almost guarantee this is going to be the most boring fight of the night. I agree. I think this is going to go to decision. I think it's not my lock of the week, but I would definitely give that a lock. Gutierrez.
Oh yeah, I forgot we could just put it on the over. Yeah, the over. Next fight.
Yeah, seriously. No. Farid's gonna win this. He's gonna win. He's gonna take it to the cage. He's just gonna fucking grapple there, and it's gonna be 3 rounds of some Mateusz Gamrot action. And, this is one of the, like last week we had like a dump fight. This is a dump fight. You got, if you need to go take a shit, you got to do some housework. You got to go pick up some leaves. Perfect fight. Perfect fight to skip, which is very unfortunate because I used to be a huge fan of Chris Gutierrez, but I feel like lately he has not been performing the way he did at one point in his career.
So we'll just put it at the over because I have Chris Gutierrez.
Really? Why?
Well, Fareed's just like, he's a decision fighter. He just tries to use his jab, and then he tries to take you, to the cage and take you down. But Chris Gutierrez is so good at his lateral movement, and he's so much more active, and he's always fighting off his back foot. He's never pressing the pace. I think it's going to be a boring fight. It's going to go 3 rounds, and he's just going to kind of pick him apart from far away. I think that's what's going to happen. And if not, I think Fareed's going to go against the cage, grind him out, and then we're still going to see a decision. So let's just do the over on this and just chalk this one up to just chalked.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, at least we can both agree this is a dump fight.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time on it.
All right. Now I have another one that's going to be, I am probably going to enjoy this fight because I like all of his fights. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz.
Well, I have Shabazian.
Yeah.
Andre is literally 1-3 in his last 2 or 3 years of fights. He's just 1-3. He's been getting just killers. He got KO'd by Paul Craig.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He was a real one.
Brendan Allen submitted him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ikram KO'd him. But Shabazian is 27. He looks fantastic. Andre Muniz is 35. So that, he's on his way out. I just think that Shabazian is just getting better every fight. And I think it could end in a KO. I wouldn't take that bet, though. I would definitely just keep it moneyline Shabazian just in case. You don't know which Shabazian is going to show up.
I definitely can agree to that. It's not my lock, but I definitely I think that it's going to be him by the KO. That's a very strong feeling I have. Also, I feel like Muniz just allows people to do their game plan on him. As you could see in the, his last fights, losing to, who's it called?
Ikram?
Ikram. When you watch that fight, Ikram just did exactly what he wanted to do. His whole game plan. Paul Craig, he just kind of allows them to, set up their game plan and set up their kill shot or set up their submission. And so I think that Shabazian already tries to do that. So it's it's not going to be a compatible matchup in that respect.
Stylistically, yeah. I think Shabazian's going to take it just because he's going to press that pace and he's going to come out victor.
All right.
Who's your lock?
That's funny you said that.
Is it next?
Literally next. Atiba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. I do have it money line, but my lock is that he wins by KO.
Atiba?
Yeah, Atiba.
I have Atiba by KO.
That's your lock of the week?
Yeah. No, wait.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, that is my lock of the week.
Look at us.
My lock of the week is this guy. He's going to get the KO. He's 23. He's a 79-inch reach. Ozzy is 34. He's 6'4" with a 79-inch reach. But, Atiba is a big middleweight. It's a big boy. Yeah. And when he hits you, you kind of go down. So I think that we could see a KO, TKO. Lock of the week, though, is at least Atiba.
Oh, yeah. I think he's probably going to be minus 800 at least. I just feel like he looks like the boogeyman in that division right now. Him versus Robert Valentin, that was a scary knockout.
Did you even do any looks at Ozzy?
I did a little bit.
I think this is going to be a knockout.
Yeah.
Ozzy, he's just...
I've seen him fight.
Yeah. I just think he's going to get hit one too many times, going to go down. So if it is a minus, I say we just do the KO TKO because that's how confident I am in this guy. He's got a big future. He's only 23. These guys are getting so young and so good.
Honestly, I might do a fucking first round. Just first round knockout at that point.
I wouldn't do that.
I feel so confident in it because all of his knockouts are coming in the first round, second round.
Imagine it happens the second round. You'd be so butthurt.
I mean, that's my life story.
No, you just don't make a dumb bet.
I'm out here making dumb bets. Fine.
First round KO. I'm just gonna do this 14 leg parlay and then put a first round KO.
I'm not doing first round KO on the main.
That's what I thought
card.
you were doing.
No.
I was like, what are we doing
on our
here?
lock of the week setup? No, not on the. We're not putting any of these fucking things. We're doing money lines over unders on these the 14 leg. That's already difficult enough doing a perfect parlay.
14 legs.
Fucking obnoxious. All right, I have Joe Pyfer versus Abbas Magomedov.
What's the rule?
The rule is that anyone with the last name Magomedov is usually a safe bet.
Okay, well that's what I bet on because I figured that would be a safe bet.
Really? I actually have
Joe Pyfer. You're obsessed with Joe Pyfer. I knew you would have Joe Pyfer.
Okay, I enjoy his fights. I think he brings the dog in it. I think that Magomedov, I don't know, his fighting style sometimes is just not, he doesn't hit hard enough in that division, I feel. Like, even, like, I feel like some people can just walk through his damage where, like, they just don't respect it. And I feel like Pyfer can definitely just do that, where he's just like, oh, that kick means nothing to me. And then just get him into the cage. His wrestling is really good as well. You know, he trains with Sean Brady and them. And, you know, I think that he can definitely get it done. I think that it's probably going to go to decision, though. Just because after the first round, if he doesn't knock him out, he just kind of, you know, it becomes way less volume for him throughout the next two rounds.
He just fades.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't fade aggressively, but he definitely he's not throwing nearly as much on round 2 and 3. Like if you watch him versus Gaslam, that first round, he looked amazing. Like that was a 10-8 round. Every single time he touched him, he was like making him on skates. And then rounds 2 and 3, I really think that Kelvin came back into that fight. And it's because he just doesn't have that. He's not bringing that pace for all 3 rounds. He just kind of dumps it all in the first round. And if it doesn't pan out, then he's like, all right, I got to survive the next 2 rounds.
I have Abbas. I have him winning. I think if he wins, it's going to decision. So we could definitely just do decision. I think that Pyfer could KO him. So if you were to make just a straight bet, it'd be KO Pyfer, or it'd be decision Abbas. But I think that Abbas has a very similar fighting style as Jack Hermanson. And Jack Hermanson beat Joe Pyfer last year. Similar style. Jack Hermanson's also older than Albus Dumbledore.
Albus Dumbledore.
Yeah. Than Albus. And I just think that if Abbas can just not get touched by that just powerful power that Joe Pyfer has, I think that he gets it done because he's going to do it the same fashion as Jack Hermanson. He's going to just hit him and just touch him and then move, touch and move, touch and move. And that's just going to score higher because the output of Joe Pyfer, he throws 1 shot, 2 shots, 1 shot. But if he's getting hit, 4 times as much and then evading and then missing on all of his shots, it's going to score really high. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of wrestling in this. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that. I think that safe bet, decision, or KO by Joe Pyfer.
Because, I mean, the over might be a round and a half. Where it's like, I mean, I think that most likely it's going over a round and a half. Unless, again, Pyfer catches him in the first round. Which, I mean, he could definitely
do.
He definitely can.
He can definitely do it.
Dude, he has some fucking power.
Dude, I don't understand how he gets so much power.
I heard he also doesn't wrap his hands.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
I think he said that on another podcast too.
I think we said it separately. Because I thought that was so interesting that you don't have to wrap your hands. That's so weird. because I thought that was like a safety issue. Be like whether or not you're wearing a cup. It's like I feel like you have to wear a cup. So I have Josh Emmett versus Youssef Zalal.
Who do you have?
I have Youssef money line or over. Zalal is kind of a boring fighter. He just he games the system, does a lot of point fighting. He does a lot of he pretty good wrestling, very durable. I think Josh Emmett, he's getting a little bit old. I just think that Youssef also has like kind of a lot of similar attributes to Lerone Murphy. And I feel like Lerone Murphy easily handled Josh Emmett. So I think it's going to be that same style of how it's going to happen.
I have Youssef as well. I think he's going to beat him. I think, like you said, Josh Emmett's just getting old. He's 40. I think Youssef, last year he beat everyone by submission. I don't think he's going to submit Josh Emmett. I don't think that's a safe bet.
I mean, Team Alpha Male, if he does, he's no longer training out there.
Yeah. So I don't think he's submitting him. I think he wins this by probably decision, but just because Josh Emmett is so durable and he throws so much power and he's dangerous in every round. There's not a round that you're against Josh Emmett that he can't put you out.
Yeah.
So I think Youssef is just going to just carry this to decision and win.
Yeah. You also got to think, does Youssef have more power than Ilia Topuria? Because, I mean, Ilia definitely put him on skates a couple times, but he didn't put out Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett's also older now.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like every year after 35, it's just more and more.
And I think that he also is one of the few people in featherweight, because of how light the division is, that he really does have a puncher's chance in every round.
He does.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he absolutely annihilated Bryce Mitchell, like stretchered him. That was one of the scariest knockouts I've ever seen in my life. That was absolutely filthy. Him just convulsing on the ground that was so sad to see. So, I mean, he could definitely get it done that way. He definitely has that one punch touch, but I just think that Zalal is just durable enough that he can, get through some of that danger. But yeah, I think that he's going to just take it. I have Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. Who you got?
I didn't know so many people hated Khalil Roundtree.
I don't know why you would hate Khalil Roundtree.
Everyone. Every time I post anything about Khalil Roundtree, all I hear in the comments is how much this guy sucks. I love Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah.
That's like my guy right there.
Yeah.
Every time he fights, I'm watching. I'm tuning in 100% of the time. If he got cut from the UFC and continued to fight, he would take me to any organization he was fighting in. That's how much I love watching his fights. I have him beating Yuri. I just think that, let's see what I think. Well, if we use MMA math, I think that Yuri did worse against Alex than Roundtree did.
He did worse twice.
He did worse twice than Alex did. Or sorry, than Khalil did. And then Khalil, I think he looked so much better against Jamal Hill. Even though he didn't put out Jamal Hill and Yuri did, I think that the Jamal Hill that we saw in the Yuri fight, you have to talk about the dancing partner. So he is pressing the whole entire time and running into Yuri's shots. And Yuri's sitting there in the pocket the entire time. I think Khalil did such a great job just keeping his the perfect range where he was hitting and not getting hit the entire time. I thought that was a much smarter fight, and he was dropping Jamal every round multiple times. I just think it's a silly thing to just count out Roundtree. Everyone's just like, Yuri's going to win. Yuri's going to win. He might win. And everyone in the comments is going to let us know that we're wrong and they're right. But I honestly think Roundtree's going to take this. And I don't know. Yuri looks really, really in shape right now. And he cut off his ponytail. I feel like that ponytail is just all mystique. I think now that he doesn't have it, I think he doesn't have it.
Damn. I mean, you're damn right. I'm going to go with Khalil. first of all, has a dope ass story. Just to get out of the way, like, very, very inspirational. But he fights so damn angry. I don't know what he's angry at in the world, but he fights angry, and every single every single punch he throws, every single kick he throws is with intent. It has great accuracy. Yuri does have good head movement, but I think he is so prone to just leaning into a counter. Like he goes, leans, but then he's walking right into it. It happens a lot. I think that honestly, Khalil might just catch him and put him out because he does have those hands to do it. Also, when he fought Jamal Hill, he was fighting him on a torn meniscus as well. So it's like he was fighting injured in that fight. I mean, obviously they all fight injured, all that stuff. But I mean, to be fair, you can't really do as much in terms of your power, things like that, when you're on one knee. Like a lot of your power comes from like, what's up?
Oh, I in my notes I said Khalil fought Hill with injuries, which I know everyone does, but I'm just telling you, he's got this one.
Yeah. I mean, and I completely agree. I mean, I don't know what Yuri's going to throw at him that he, A, hasn't seen, B, cannot endure. But I know for a fact that I've seen Yuri get put down by shots that are less powerful than Khalil's shots. So, I mean, that's why I think that Khalil's going to take this. And, he's going to prove all those haters wrong. And on top of it, you got to go as well with the coaching. John Wood is a better coach than Yuri's coach. Guaranteed. I don't know who Yuri's coach is, but, I mean, John Wood is like a top-tier coach. So,
also on top of that, he is training with Jonathan Haggerty and Knowles at Syndicate.
The man, the myth, the legend himself. Yeah. The general. So, I mean, I don't see a path of victory necessarily for Yuri, unless he, I guess, maybe takes it to the ground. But I just don't see him taking him to the ground.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I could definitely be proven wrong.
Yeah,
but
100%.
Yuri is younger. I believe he's 32. And then Roundtree is older. He's, I believe, 35.
Yeah, he's 35. But in the higher weight classes, you can get away with being a little bit older. I mean, we see it even with Jan Blachowicz being, I think right now he's like 40 something, and still looking good, in his age. And then you see, like people like Randy Couture and, stuff like that. I mean, he won a belt when he was 40. Glover Teixeira won one when he was old as well. So, I mean, they can last and endure a little bit longer in those heavier weight classes. So I don't think age is as much of a difference. But again, I just don't see a method of victory for Yuri unless it's him sticking and moving and Khalil not being able to find him. True. Maybe that happens. Maybe he just, out angles him and everything like that, where he can just not find Yuri and he's just sticking and moving. But I just don't see him doing that for 3 rounds and not catching something from Khalil. Because if Khalil catches him, he's going to be in trouble.
No, 100%. I agree.
The next fight I have is Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen.
Obviously, easy one for me. Merab's going to take this. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Corey is just so interesting to watch. I think he has interesting ground game, interesting striking. He's been saying that he has Merab figured out for a while. He says he has everyone figured out. And, I believe him. But when Merab's standing in front of you, let's see if you are able to implement what you think you can. Merab, everyone talks about, they aren't expecting how good his gas tank is and how powerful he is. Even though everyone talks about it, he's still more powerful than they're thinking. And then also, he has better gas tank than they're thinking. So I have Merab for this one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's just wrap that one up.
I too have Merab money line, or you could do the over as well. I think this is gonna probably go over 3.5 rounds.
I think that we are actually in the Merab finishing era. I think Merab is going to try to finish this fight. He says that he wants to strike with Corey, which that'd be interesting if Merab knocks someone out. That'd be fun to watch. A Merab just knocking out people. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that'd be
especially Corey. But if he knocked him out, that'd be sick. That would build a lot of mystique. But I think that we're in a finishing era. I think that John Wood wants him to start finishing fights because he already has such a big legacy. Why not just add a bunch of finishes to finish off your career?
Yeah, I mean, and you said it perfectly. Everyone thinks they have the answers until they have to write them down on the test. You know, like, yeah, oh, you haven't figured out? Yeah, it's only until you actually are proven that you haven't figured out.
You ready for this one? Merab, he beats Corey. Corey's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, what my next fight is, right? Sean O'Malley beats Song Yadong. Then at the White House, Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen, the fight we've all been wanting and that Corey's been calling out forever. That was the original fight he wanted. He wanted the belt and Sean, which that would have been a great fight. But at the White House, there we go. Take my money.
Seeing that my nickname is now Sugar Sean. No, I'm just kidding. No, what's it called? I definitely agree that would be a great fight. I mean, O'Malley has to get through Song. I think Song is a very tough out. That is not a fun fight for O'Malley to have. I think he might get it done. He might not get it done, though. I mean, Song has some power in his hands, and his wrestling is really good. But if he does get it done, him versus Corey would be sweet.
That'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
That'd be a great addition to the card.
Yeah, especially if they both make $100 million a piece on the card.
Yeah. It'll go like them and then Ronda Rousey right above that.
Yeah. 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 All right. The main event. We got Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira.
So if Alex doesn't pull out of the fight, then I have Ankalaev. But there's rumors in the rumor mill that he might be, pulling out of the fight. They're flying people in all the time to just in case. And there's been rumors that Carlos was told to stay in shape for this fight. Could you imagine, though, if he flies out Carlos Ulberg, who just had a fight, didn't take much damage, goes out there and beats Ankalaev, knocks out Ankalaev?
That'd be crazy. I don't think it happens regardless. I think Ankalaev wins either one of those fights. And I think that it's going to go to decision. I think it's going to be a fucking not too fun of a main event, in my opinion.
Really? I think it's going to be a great main event. I think that Ankalaev, he's honestly just going to piece up Pereira. I think that Pereira lets too much down the middle with his guard, and he gets head popped back a lot. I think he's used to these people throwing haymakers and wild hooks and stuff. And so he's used to doing that like wedge block. But I think that he's going to get pushed against the cage, grinded on the cage. And then, he did a great job defending the takedowns the first time in the first fight. But it's with Ankalaev, it's not really about him taking you down. It's about you thinking about the takedown so he could set up his big shots. And those big shots were hurting Pereira in the first fight. Pereira, I know that he had some excuses afterwards of why he didn't win the fight. But this one, he said that no matter what, he's going to win. So we'll see. I think that Ankalaev just looks a little too locked in to bet against him. And he was too decisive in the first fight. I don't think Pereira is going to have enough adjustments. He's also older. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that Ankalaev he's not a very exciting fighter to me. Like, I haven't seen him do a fight where I was like, damn, that was a crazy fight on his part. That was a great performance where I was just like, oh man, like he's terrifying right? He is a gamer. He's really good at, getting you into the clinch work, getting in the cage, all that stuff. But I just don't see him throwing huge shots that's going to put him out. I mean, he could prove me wrong, obviously, but I just think it's going to be very much the same fight.
But you still have him winning?
Oh, 100% he's going to win.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love nothing more because I'm a huge Alex Pereira fan. I would love for him to come in there and just smoke his ass.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so sick. Pause. It'd be so sick for him to go in there and knock out Ankalaev. I think that's his only path to victory. I don't think he's gonna, I don't think he's gonna get a decision, because if it goes to decision, it's most likely because Ankalaev is putting him against the cage, just like in the previous fight, and just kind of making it a boring clinch fight. Now, I mean, I think that's the same thing that he's going to do if it was Ulberg as well, where he'll just put him up against the cage and it's just going to be that kind of fight for 25 minutes.
True.
And then he gets out there with the W, and then we're all like, oh, wow, it's a really good 205er.
Hear me out. Ankalaev pulls a DC, a Daniel Cormier. He sneezes, pulls his back. He now cannot fight. They fly out Carlos Ulberg, and now Carlos Ulberg has to fight Pereira. Who wins that fight?
I mean, that's the fight that we really want. Let's be honest. First off, that's the fight that we all deserve to see. It's hard to not bet against Carlos Ulberg after what we just witnessed with him.
Yeah.
Because that was a fucking knockout. That was so beautiful. It'd be honestly kind of a weird fight because I feel like they have similar styles where they are always
They're
like
always
kind of
waiting.
yeah,
And
they're always like, what are you doing? Making their reads, especially the first 2 rounds. There might be like 4 punches thrown that actually land.
There'll be a ton of leg kicks though from Pereira. You know that leg kick would get going.
Oh yeah,
such a nice leg kick.
Well, he does such a good job with that because he throws the same throws the leg kick the same way he throws his head kick. So you don't know, or his body kick. So you don't know where he's throwing it to until it's too late. And we kind of saw that with him versus Prohaska the second time.
I called that though, right?
Oh, that was so sweet too.
I was like, oh, dude, he's setting up that switch kick to the head. Boom. Knocked him out.
Well, I mean, it was kind of the same thing with Ulberg this past weekend or on Saturday when we were like, oh, I think that Reyes is about to get knocked out. And then right after taking a breath, he just gets knocked out. We're like, whew. He was setting that up. So, I mean, if Ankalaev pulled out, I would be a very happy man. No hate towards Ankalaev. I just, I'm a casual. I like seeing some fucking, I want to see a sprint.
We're just 2 casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers.
I want to see a sprint. I don't want to see a marathon.
Yeah.
So, and if we're going to see a marathon, it's because I want to see a war. So, I think Ankalaev is going to be holding the belt at the end of
you think it's decision
320. Yeah, unfortunately.
So, if you don't want to bet on him because you feel so disgusted to bet against Alex, but you think deep down he's going to win, go ahead and place that on decision or the over.
Yeah. I just don't think Alex is going to put him out.
Mm-hmm.
I would love, if he puts him out, this is the best card of the year. Guaranteed, hands down, for me, at least. I would love to see that. Because you just don't see, I don't know what it is with these Dagestani wrestlers. They just have these indomitable chins. You cannot break them. I don't know if maybe they just put some shit in that fucking chin strap and it just allows them to not get hit right smack on the chin. But it just, or maybe it's the steroids that just builds up their muscles in their neck where it just can't be.
What are you talking about, dude? They just take their vitamins.
Yeah, they just take their topical creams.
Yeah, what?
I don't know if you know who Chael Sonnen is, but apparently they use a lot of topical creams in Russia.
There you go.
Really weird. And for some reason, it makes you more pimply. Like, topical creams supposed to make you less pimply, but for some reason, their stuff over there makes it more pimply. Interesting.
All right, that's it for this week's fights. Thanks for hanging with us. If you enjoy our content, our social media is in the description. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll see you in the next card.